Good. You're up. What happened? Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, still.
What was the question?
Line change is moved from the front of the line to the middle of the line. For everybody that's not 3 to T post hydration, for you, just hit 5 feet.
Oh, and it's
What you gotta do, you got to do some physical stuff, about 4 or 5 things, and you gotta verify your raw materials. Wherever you wanna start.
Well, I gotta clean.
What?
Oh, yeah, heads, transfer heads, heads.
Yep. The line's actually gonna fault out, it's gonna make you do it. The back side is, of the line, oh, 5B is gonna shut down. You're gonna have to go around back, clean. You mentioned transfer heads. Yep.
Transfer head.
What else?
Oh, yeah. Basically, I'm blowing equipment over there. Make sure it ain't no
Yeah, what else?
dust and everything over there. Well, you gotta clean that. That's gonna clean itself. So.
What's that?
I was thinking about that car wash. You don't do it.
You actually wanna clean up around the car wash.
Oh, I'm gonna clean this.
You'll have a lot of lenses drop off. In some cases, some lines are worse than others.
Mhm.
Sometimes you'll have just hundreds upon hundreds of lenses drop off on top of that car wash area. Just clean it out. And finally, the other last thing you're gonna clean out back there.
What's it back there?
You coming?
DI.
There you go. DI removal.
Mhm.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Alright, so clean all that good stuff up, open both those doors, in 4 and 5 both, fire the line back up. 2-3 minutes later, just fault it out again. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you got?
Why you always give me these questions?
You just come out.
You're right. Okay. It falls out again?
What's that mean?
It falls out again.
So you ever watch them do a lot change in the middle?
No.
Anybody wanna help come up? Yep. The backside's gonna fault out, you have to clean up that area we just talked about, and it's gonna fault out again, and you have to remove the foil from the cut per table.
Okay.
Okay.
But I thought it did that on its. I thought it did that on its own.
It's gonna sit right there, you have to open the doors and do it.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna purge some more,
Okay. All right.
but it's not gonna take it for granted that it didn't have some left over, alright? In addition to that, like I said, you have to open the door. If there's any single arrays, unnested arrays, you have to take those off as well. Most of the software actually is pretty good about not moving that. But every once in a while, you'll have a single, either sitting on a split station or sitting in the walking room, you'll take those out.
Cause the line that I went on, they sold me, they said, oh, it's gonna purge the rest of those.
Yeah.
And that's what it did.
It might push it off the, table for you, but it's gonna fault out, you have to open the doors.
Okay.
If you open the doors, you wind up taking that fall off.
Yeah, might as well leave it up there. Yeah.
In addition to that, you are 100% correct. It's gonna purge out about 4, 5, 6 foot of foil off the roll.
Mhm.
It's gonna do that just to make sure that you print something that hadn't made it to the cut and proof table.
Mhm.
In addition to that, it's gonna throw away about 100 lenses on either side of that heat seal also.
Okay.
It's gonna throw away some arrays to the right, some lenses to the right of the heat seal. It's gonna throw away some lenses to the left. On a 30-pack line, back when I was on the floor, it was almost exactly 100 lenses. Once again, to avoid what?
Lot mission.
Bingo. If you say that, you will impress them. Alright? Okay, sorry. Raw materials.
What about it? Oh, what have to change there?
What do you have to verify?
We just verify the foil.
Okay.
Okay. You have to verify your No, that's gonna be the foil.
You said that. You use that twice.
The little bit besides the pages and all that other stuff. That's it. There's nothing else left there.
The what now? Everything else? What did you say?
Mech. Not mech. What is it called? The stuff inside the bottle line. But that's not. You don't have to change.
It's your
that.
fact that you don't verify. There is another chemical though.
I don't know what other chemical is.
Somebody wanna hook them up? Say again?
Final dose.
Final package solution.
Okay.
And when you said mech, I said, yeah, he's got it, but you didn't come out and say mech PS. We have mech DI, which is what you were thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I'm-
One of the 3 packing solutions we use is called mech PS also. That's package, you have to verify your foil batch number, your packing solution batch numbers, and
There's another one?
say it.
Shh, I don't know that one either.
Somebody wanna hook them up? So what are we doing? Jim Van Hook likes to call this section I'm teaching this week, primary packaging section. Mine is gonna be the final package section.
Cart. Oh, the primary package.
Where we go? Yeah, I know.
Yes,
For the
yes,
primary package.
yes,
What's that?
yes.
So front end,
You
front
talking
curve
about
re-
the, okay.
front curve resin, base curve resin, monomer. When it hits the middle, primary package, resin, foil, and your package solution. All right, next, we now hit the back end. Explain to me what you're gonna do, and is there any raw material that you have to verify?
We have to, there'll be samples that fall out that we have to,
Outstanding, QC sample. What are you doing?
pull them out, do the inspection on,
Yep.
make sure they're good, seal
Yep.
them in a bag,
Perfect.
set them in the little,
Yeah, little holder. Outstanding. What else?
um,
HMI pop-up said you have 3 cases, or 3 cartons in your last case. That pop-up sitting right there waiting for you to do something.
we gotta open it up and verify that the pre-funds are in.
Outstanding, you get you inspect it just like you would if it was a full case. In some cases, I've actually had cases come out and get labeled, it had nothing in it. Pop-up says you guys are full. Who's your last case? And then you get that case out of case and put it away. That's what it's all. Alright, so, then you're gonna do that, your final, your inspections of everything up there, you're gonna put them on the metric cart, take the metric cart over to behind cam 22, get you a brand spanking new empty one, come back over there. Now, you still got that pop-up that says you got 3, cartons, what you gonna do with it?
Take them out.
What do you do with any cart, with any pop-up? Push the button. Say okay. Alright, raw materials. It's 2.
Carton case.
There are no serial numbers, there are no numbers on your box of cases. There are cartons, so carton's number 1.
What holds it together?
Elmer's.
Elmer's.
I used to sniff it.
Elmer's. It's Elmer's.
I'm hoping you're talking about this raw material.
It's made.
That explains a lot.
It's Elmer's.
You get the ramifications, the hints?
The blue one.
God, I hope he's talking about the blue. Alright, raw materials. Monomer. RMT, I already told you how to do the monomer, just pop up the tractor page, and look at the deal, make sure you don't overfill it. Line by line, I would actually just take the filter out of the side of the monomer jug and watch it as it come up closer. One thing to remember about monomer, most of those monomers out there, they'll foam up if you pump them too fast, so you have to pump them nice and slow. Right. Otherwise, your line is gonna start faulting out, and the front of the line will fault out and do it 10, 15 times.
The other thing they said that the pumps are cheesy and you'll break the handle.
Those pumps suck.
And they have a label on there that says that if you're gentle with it, it prolongs the life.
That's so nuts.
It does, it's actually every one of them, every one of them.
Alright, if they identify all raw material locations, I think what they mean is where they are in the machine. So you have to know that if you have a surfactant lens transfer, it's gonna be underneath that metal door behind zone 4. The only metal door you can open without pull cording that line, with the line running. Be careful about that. If your primary final package solution is always in the same place, it's right in front of your quad, right next to your SHM on the back side of the machine. It's that big old, it's always there. Monomer up front, monomer cart, another thing, even though it's not in here, some of the notes he gave you, things that text have been missing. Everybody, you've had Howard's class, you know what the monomer cart's all about, right? It stores degasses, filters, keeps light out of it, keeps oxygen off of it. You can only, it's pokey-oak, so you should only be able to put the proper monomer in it. It's got that fitting that's only fits one size. It's got the little tiny, in your case, IVEC pumps that pump it into the 8 nozzles.
Right.
It's got a, I bet you Doug doesn't even know about the Orbisphere, but I don't think we actually use them for you. Howard likes to ask that question, but I'd never heard that word before in my life until Howard asked. And that's, I think that's a 2GT thing, but I'm not positive, maybe. What else all we have? You need to find out where the glue is stocked in the big card cases. You need to know that anyway, so you can write down the batch numbers so you can update your raw material. And the line is just in that little white metal thing on the side of the end. You can't miss it. Foil, you know where your cards are. The little case right beside the back of it. You can't miss it. If you did, you aren't blind. All right, so what else? Process A, we just mentioned that. Next, EVP, OBB, finish full roll, talk about that. Chart copper. What's important about replacing, splicing foil together, replacing roll of foil? What's kind of important about
You
that?
mean you check the,
When the foil's low, not when I do the sensor.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to run out of foil. So when I change out a roll of foil, you kind of, who do we have to? Your turn. Can you kind of explain to me how I replace a roll of foil?
No,
Not at all?
no.
Anybody?
Tape.
there's a tape, or the end of the other one, and then let it come on through,
Yep.
stick its way on through into there.
Yep. So we're gonna tape the 2 ends together.
Mhm.
We make sure we tape it the right way, either butt against it. In our case, we put the flat side on top and the little elbows, hands on the bottom. It's a little bit different 2DT, so. But we make sure we do it that way. You should butt it together. Some of the guys actually will stack it, tape it around.
Mhm.
If you do, make sure you stack it that way, not that way. Because if it does, when it goes up under that die cut, it's gonna create you, that's up to the big way. And that path is very, very thin. It's a pain in the ass to re-thread stuff, your fall through there. If you have a break on the right hand side, you have to thread it back through that. Use a piece of cardboard from on top of your label, your cartons back there. Cut it in a tiny little strip, tape your foil to it, shove it through. In the case of tape, if you have to screw up and have that tape come up, gets that gummed up inside there, you're dead in the water. You are done for hours by hours by hours. And you will have to replace that whole client head, the whole thing. So, other than that, what's important to remember about stocking cartons on the back end when you fill up the carton hopper?
Oh, do you align properly?
Make sure the orientation is correct.
Mhm.
What else?
You have to keep it stocked above that, little camera.
A little sensor, not a camera, it's a proximity sensor. What else? Sometimes they've got a handful of cartons, put it in there, put it in the right way, right? What up?
Whatever.
Make sure you have the right patch.
Yeah, make sure you got the
Oh.
right cartons.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like that should be a no-brainer.
Mhm.
Like I said, if you don't do your walk around in the beginning, you have the wrong case cartons there, you're gonna put in the wrong cartons.
You don't say
What?
wrong.
Are your cartons already labeled for that rotator machine? Do they already have the,
What's a rotating machine?
oh, y'all don't have that rotating machine over there?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
So line 12,
Okay.
it has where you stack the cartons.
Mhm.
It has different, like 5 different stacks, and it rotates.
Oh,
and
I've
then
never noticed
feeds
that.
the
No.
damn line.
We do not have anything like that.
Don't have that? Wow.
We got like you got, we just put
Got
in
like
a
a-
little flat thing.
a rifle magazine.
We just stack them up in there.
Gravity feed rifle
In
magazine.
your case, it's not a big deal if you put the wrong cartons in, except that you're gonna have to stop the line and take all of them out, put the right ones in. The machine will not allow you to run it. When you read that pre-printed barcode. But last and certainly not least, by far the most important of the 3, what else you gonna do? Anybody wanna help him? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting pressed. You're gonna examine some of those cartons, make sure there's no damage to them.
Oh.
And that's what
Okay, I'm thinking.
And you look at those crickets.
You
turn around and look at me like, what?
Do it out there. Now, in 4GT, you have to examine every single carton before you put them in there, but they're running 90 packs, so it's not as daunting as it sounds like. But we sent a lot of bad product out because we had manufacturer defects. It was just missing a tiny little character on there, but it's an
Japanese
important
were
character.
bad.
So we had to pull a lot of stuff back. You guys, you're more looking for damage. Looking for, make sure there are no scratches on it, make sure there are no ink spots. Because if you find an ink spot, you're gonna catch it when you do your carton, especially at the back end. It's a lot better to throw away an empty carton than it is a full carton.
Yeah.
If you got a damaged carton, you have to throw it away. Make sense?
That's because I think it's Japan.
No, Japan are the biggest critic of it.
Yeah.
And if you had, I don't know if anybody was able to sit in that little, we had a trainer, one of our linguists that works for us, TAM, Tokyo Automated Machinery. They're the ones that install most of our lines. We've got a bunch of them here now. They're installing 61, the 5GT line. But this guy put on some training to explain some of the snap things about the Japanese culture. I mentioned this to you guys last week, but Google it sometime. Google hospital masks and Japan culture sometime.
Oh, yeah.
During the flu season, you're gonna see 9 out of 10 people in that entire city, crowded cities, walking around with hospital masks.
Yeah.
I lived there for 2 years, I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
You don't get to talk anymore, but I asked this question. So anybody else, why do you think they wear those masks during flu season?
I think it's rude, to basically pass on your germs and stuff.
Outstanding. Why didn't you say because they didn't want to get sick? That's the obvious answer in the
Cause
world.
that's selfish and they're not selfish.
Exactly. They do that because they are one of the most polite societies on the face of the earth.
I learned that in my business class, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, they
That's
teach
cool.
you, it's about, when you're dealing with good business, you learn different, cultures and how to interact with them. Like, they can't stand if you, a lot of them don't like it if you come to America and you take them to a Japanese restaurant. They wanna go to an American restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
That's cool.
You know, and the time of day you meet with them, all kinds of stuff like
And
that.
whereas, that's huge. And whereas, the reason I mentioned that particular topic, because it leads us into what this discussion is about. In addition to being polite, they are sticklers for quality, much more so than we are. If they buy, we'll use contact lenses, that's what we're making. If they buy a contact lens and there's a defect on that carton, they consider that lens defective. They will not wear it.
Well, that's anything, like I go to the store, if I'm picking something off the shelf, and the first box got dents in it, I am not gonna get that bottom. I
Absolutely.
will dig all the way to the
See,
back.
the
I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna like
Japanese
that.
culture, that store owner now has a loss of face. That store owner that tried to sell them that product, that store owner's gonna get a hold of the department, and it's a governmental department in Japan. They're gonna say, I've got bad box of contact lenses for Johnson & Johnson. There may have been 10,000 cartons in that particular lot, or not lot, but that particular shipment that we sent them. 10,000 cartons are coming back. We do not resell anything that has left our property. It gets destroyed. It has happened many times. It's not just the Japanese are just the worst of them. It's like you and me, if I got a crease on my carton, or if my carton's missing that little hourglass, I'm still gonna use that lens. I'm not complaining about it. The Japanese culture, they're not. Very important to them. All right, package solution, 419. Oh, and you've watched them put cases in the back, right? The whole thing you need to know about that is orientation. That crease, the seam where the case is put together, it has to be top, back, or bottom, front. Most of us put it in top, back, so that might be the answer he's looking for. I really don't know. You can do it both ways, but most of us do it just top, back. Glue pellets. What's important about filling up that hopper with glue pellets?
Not to overfill it.
Bingo, not to overfill. You don't want to underfill it either, but you can't very well underfill. You don't want to run out. Actually, my will actually tell you it starts getting low, and it'll fall off the line if it gets almost empty. At that point, you got another problem. Not just the line falling out, you got a problem because now you're gonna have potential air in that line, and that's not a big deal because you can purge out that glue. It's actually very easy to purge the glue guns, but overfilling it, that's a huge problem. If you overfill it, that glue's gonna burn, and then you've got once again, you've got a quality issue. You're gonna be throwing away a lot of product, under glued cartons. Okay, you asked about VCF 1105. I'm pretty sure, like I said last week, or whatever it was, I've lost track of time. I'm pretty sure that's the form that we use in case raw material goes down. The RMT, electrical version of it, in case it doesn't work. But one of you probably should Google it to make sure I'm right. VCF, not Google it, I mean, pull it up and. All right, CMMS familiarization. What are the 4 things? Who are you up to? Whose turn is it? You said I don't know, so it's your turn. What are the 4 things? What are the 4 things we can do at CMMS? And when I say I don't know, I mean the last question. So she's doing the question. She has to keep going. There's 4 things you do at CMMS.
And fill out your audit information.
1,
Put in emergency work order.
2,
The other work order.
deferred.
Yeah,
Three.
deferred work order. And PMI.
Outstanding. That's the 4 things you're gonna do in CMS. Now, I know you probably don't remember, but do you kind of a little bit remember when if I create emergency work order, kind of the steps I went through, do you kind of remember?
Logging in.
Yep.
Then from there, you'll be able to, pick up what kind of option you're going to, whether it's,
Okay.
deferred or
Yep.
emergency or PM or audit.
And then it's just.
Just
pull
fill in
down
those
numbers,
information.
pull down numbers. It's that easy. And that's all, I can't imagine he wants you to know more than that. Just to create a work order, all I do is pop up the work order I want, just exactly like you just said. And then left, top to bottom, just every time I fill one of those guys in, the next one's gonna come after. Outstanding. And short and sweet when it comes to, putting your comments in, with the exception of, a quality work order, in which case you want a lot of details. Outstanding. And as far as closing, you remember, just go to open work orders and that pull down menu to create new one. The other option is gonna be, view existing work orders. And close them, you just put in your time, how many people involved, very seldom, but every once in a while you can change that comment and hit save. And that's all you got. PM tasks, I read one. Shift audits and checks, I read it. Okay, quality PM tasks. What you need to know about that is that there's certain things that are vital quality. What do I mean by the word quality for us?
Safety.
Safety to whom? To us.
Customer.
Oh, to customer, that's right, that's right.
If I say safety to us, I say safety.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, quality is safety or harming the end user, our people who use our product, okay? So quality, there's a lot of different areas when we do those PMs. If you're on day shift, we'll be doing a lot of these. If you're on night shift, you're gonna be doing a lot of them as well, just not as many. Anything that can affect the quality of the product. Heat seal die cleaning is an example I like to use, because that's easy to remember. That is a critical to quality procedure. Our compliant heads, our dose heads, those are cleaning that area, critical to quality. Anything that involves temperatures of cure tunnel bulbs, those are critical to quality. You just need to understand that affects the quality of the lens, and in some cases, there's certain things you have to do along with this. Changing the cure tunnel bulbs is the perfect example. I always pulled them out at night, but I was not allowed to put them back in. They have to be put back in only by the day shift and only during that shift, that shutdown. I can't, because most PM tasks I'm gonna do early. I'm not gonna do it until obviously until it pops up, shows up in CMS. But anytime after that shows up in CMS, most of those work orders, most of those PM tasks I can do previously. I never allowed anything that I could do to not get done. Because it just gives myself a gift. My line was making, and this just gives me a little bit of buffer to make sure I make that done at the end of the month.
So you can do the PM before it's due, you just can't record it until it's due.
Oh, no, just the opposite. That, when you live you live in class, so I showed you, you got what's called a PM window. It gives you the start date, and it gives you the date it has to be completed by. It will not show up until you're at that start date. So that start date's always gonna be, after today, or before today, sorry. So anytime you're within that window, you can do those PM tasks, you can record them. That's why I said, majority of PMs, the majority of the tasks, like all the cleaning stuff, I always do that on that shift, and I always close it out in CMS. There were never any exceptions. If I could do it, and I was allowed to do it, I did it. Changing some filters, not a problem, take you all 30 seconds, you go up there, cycle stop that cell, take the filter out, put a new one back in, I mean, it's no brainer. Cleaning the laser sections in 5D, cleaning the laser dust section in zone 8, always has that. Because I've just given myself a gift of extra numbers. I got nothing else, that's the end of your documents. And as far as the last one, they run reports, shift downtime, etc. Those don't exist in CMMS anymore. There's a link on the manufacturing homepage, if you want to impress them, tell them so. Any questions for me? Yes, sir.
And 2GT, remember the graph you showed us the other day? You said if it flatlines, that's
Yeah.
a bad thing? 2GT does not have that graph anymore. The graph is still there, but the line, I guess when they did an update, the numbers on the side show, but it doesn't show the line.
Oh, how annoying is that?
And I asked Sean yesterday, I said, Sean, why is this delayed? And he said, yeah, they did some update.
Because the engineers fixed it.
Yeah, he said they did some update and it hasn't fucking worked since. He said it used to work, but it doesn't work now. So, we can't even see that.
That sucks. I mean, at least you can see the numbers, but see, numbers aren't gonna jump out at you.
Right.
The reason for graphs, the reason engineers love graphs so much, it jumps out at you. I mean, if you ain't got that graph, all you got is numbers. So hard to read, that's ridiculous. That graph also tells you the time frame it happened. Because it happened when a lot changes going through, who cares?
Right.
Even though your yield dropped